I think it is time for us to put into practice what we have learned so far about the sum and product of the roots of a quadratic equation. So the question on the board, we are required to find in each case, the sum and products of the roots of each of the following quadratic equations. So look at them. We have 4 questions, 1, 2, 3, and 4. In each of them, we are expected to find the sum and the roots of a quadratic equation, of each of them. That's it. So what do? Very simple. Let's begin by reminding ourselves what we have learned so far. Put down your solution. That's the first thing. Write your solution to show readiness to solve problems that have to do with this. The first thing is that's the first one, is that alpha, the sum of the roots, alpha and beta, is given as minus b over a. That's the first thing. Then the second one is that the product of alpha and beta is given as c over a. That's all. Once you identify this, then the next thing to do is to ask yourself, which of the questions should I start with? You can start with number 4. From descending order you go, or from ascending order you go, whichever way you want it. That's one thing about our exam here. You can start answering any questions that you're familiar with. Alright? So let's begin with number 1. We are familiar with all of them, but I want to start with number 1 and then solve number 1 and one other. Okay? Then leave the rest for you watching to solve and confirm that you have learned something. Yes, it's fair enough. All right, so number 1 question. Question number 1. Q1 is given as 2x squared plus 3x minus 1 all equal to 0. When you have something like this, don't be in a haste. Start analyzing it. Which should be your A? Which should be your B? That's one thing to do. So, the coefficient of x squared, listen and watch carefully. Watch attentively. The coefficient of x squared is your A. Take note. I repeat, the coefficient of x squared is 2, and this 2 is your A. Take notes. You go away from there. The coefficient of x, I didn't say x squared. X alone. The coefficient of x is your B, so you write it there. Alright? And then the common constant, which is minus 1. Please, this is very, very important. Always take note of sign or signs. Always take note of signs. Very, very important. In all your solvings, make sure you consider the place or the importance of sign in that equation. Otherwise, it might lead you to a wrong answer. Alright, so C is the constant term here, which is minus 1. Just minus 1. Okay? This is the second thing. This is the first thing. The second thing is this. Then the next thing is for us to begin to do what is expected of us. Since we have now identified the values for various letters, A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3, and then C, the constant term is minus 1. We substitute. We start with the same sum and product of each of them. So in each case, we're expected to find the sum and products. So the first one is to find the sum. Alpha plus beta is given as minus b all over a. So you ask yourself, what is the value of b first? is 3, but there is minus. You put minus. But the value of b is 3. You put what? 3. And then all over the value of a, this is a. The value of a is 2. You put down 2. Therefore, the sum of the roots of a quadratic equation given as this is minus 3 all over 2. Solved. Solved. This is absolutely interesting. Can you see? We have found the sum, but one thing is remaining, we've not found the products. Because the question says, in each case, determine the sum and the products. So we have successfully found the sum of the first question. We are going to look for or determine the products of this same question. So let's see. Products. Products. Okay, so we start. Product is alpha dot beta, which is given as c all over a. Alright, our c is minus 1, our a is 2. And there's the products. There's the products. Without wasting time, we have found the products of the first question. We've also found the products of the sum of the first question to be this. I repeat, the sum of roots of the first question quadratic equation is this. This is minus sign, 3 over 2. The products, look at it. The product alpha dot beta is minus 1 over 2. That's the product. A quick look at it, you will see there is minus. Oh, don't be confused. It's because C as a term here has minus sign, has minus in its value. Okay? Don't be confused. It's because there is minus in the value of 1 or in the value 1. That represents C. So wherever we see C, we put minus 1 all over 2, which represents A. And the A is clearly stated as 2. So don't you be confused at all. That is well explained. That's question number 1, solved. This is taken care of. So can we go on and take care of question number? Which other question do you think is difficult? Which other one? Maybe question number 4, right? You think this is difficult, so let's fix it. Let's look at question number 4. Let's look at question number 4. But we must agree on something now. Let's agree on something. If I have successfully solved this, if I solve this and solve this, then you must prove to me in the comment section that you tried this question number 2 and question number 3 respectively, and then you were able to get their answers correctly. That is it. Put it in the comment section. So question number 4 is x squared over 2, alright, minus 3x minus 1 all equal to 0. So what do we do? Quickly, I don't want to waste any time. My a here is half. Coefficient here is half. Come on. My b coefficient here is minus 3. And then c coefficient here is minus 1. Very simple. I need my sum. The sum of the roots quickly becomes alpha plus beta is equal to, this is minus b over a, and then I substitute minus b. First of all, I put minus because there is minus in the formula. That's the first thing to do. And then b also has minus in its value, and close it in parentheses. And then all over a. What is a? A is half. Half. And that is 1 all over 2. So what happens here? You can imagine what happens. Therefore, alpha plus beta is equal to, evaluate that. If once you evaluate that, you can see it's going to give us 6. That's the answer. So I have successfully found the sum of roots of this quadratic equation. Equation number 4. Equation number 4. That's the answer. Because by the time I double this, okay, 2 comes up. And then multiply this and this turns to plus. And we have 6. That is it. Let's see if we can get the products. Quickly, let's see if we can get the products. At this point, without wasting time, products of that is given as C all over A, and then product alpha dot beta is equal to, let's see what happens. C is minus 1. Okay, from this, C is minus 1. Look at it, minus 1. So, minus 1, I want to economize everything here. This is A. Then, let's go. And then, A, look at A. This is A. What's the value of A here? It's half again. It is half. So, we put half. 1 all over 2. And this invariably is going to be something minus 2. Therefore, alpha, the products of roots, alpha dot beta is equal to minus 2. Solved. This is solved. Look at it here. Solved. We have found the sum to be 6. We have found the products to be 2. And all the 2 are correct. So we have learned how to solve and find the sum and product of roots of a quadratic equation. Surprisingly, we have solved 2 questions, question number 1 and question number 4 respectively. I urge you, my dear students, my dear friends watching, you go and try your hands on this question number 2 and question number 3 and convince yourself that you have learned something. I sign out once again to prepare for next lesson. Learning continues.